Hello viewers, welcome back to the channel. By the video title, you know what this video is about. How confident are you in the Pittsburgh Steelers defense entering this season? Last video I did the offense, today we're going to dive into the defense, some of the positives and negatives of our defense. You know, our defense is our heart and soul of our team. You know, the strength of our team. One more rep. For the defense, there we go. But our defense has helped and carried us, been the backbone and everything of our team. So we're gonna dive into that. Like I did last video, I'm doing the negatives first. It's okay to end off on a positive note with some of the positive things. So without further ado, let's get into it. Okay, first let's dive into the negatives of the defense. See, the defense, you look around, there's not too many negative spots like it was last year, but there's still some spots that kind of have a little concern entering this season. Like one of the spots being, of course, cornerback 2 and the slot corner. Now, Dante Jackson, we did trade for him. Dante Johnson was on our team. We traded him for Dante Jackson. We traded him to the Panthers for him and brought him to our team. Now, Dante Jackson's a solid player. You know, he's not a good corner, not a bad corner. He's solid in between type of guy. So I think he's consistent enough. It won't be too much of a problem throughout the season. I think he'll be good enough to be our second guy next to JPJ to go out there and hold things down. He's pretty solid in man-to-man coverage as well, too. So we see him playing in training camps, making some plays and some pass breakups and stuff as well like that. He has good speed too. I think he ran a 4.3 if I'm not mistaken. No, out of LSU, I think he ran a 4.3. So he has speed as well. He's a little older. He's like 28, 29-ish years. You know, kind of get into that part where the cornerbacks start to decline a little bit. But I think he's solid enough to keep us, you know, afloat and keep us solid. That second position right there. But looking at our slot corner, it's still up for grabs really, because Bishop Jr. is one of the guys. Of course, Graylin Arnold is another guy too. I've been on the slot playing reps there as well. And we also see Deshaun Elliott, the safety. You know, he's gonna be our safety, but he's been playing the slot cornerback position too in some formations as well. So it's gonna be interesting to see what happens with that spot. Another weakness I see on the team as well, of course, is the health concern, you know, especially in the D-line. We've seen a lot of injuries last year. Cam Hayward missed 8 games last year with injury. We've seen Larry Lujobi in and out. We also seen, of course, the Marvin Leal get injured, get banged up, and all type of guys like up front just getting banged up and getting injured. Patrice Adams as well. And also in our secondary, look at Minkah Fitzpatrick. He got banged up and injured. Wyatt played most of the season, but the last game he got injured. He missed the playoff game. So really, only concerns, and don't forget about 2 linebackers too as well. Cole Holcomb, remember he tore his ACL, and then Quan Alexander the following week tore his Achilles. So they were back-to-back weeks. So he missed our starting linebackers as well. Atlanta Roberts didn't miss any games, but he did get injured. I think he tore something in his arm before. So we had a lot of injuries last year that kind of plagued us a little bit, but we still was able to keep afloat and still able to be solid. So that's kind of one of my only concerns entering the season is the health, and also, you know, the cornerback 2 and the slot corner like that, the depth of that position, is seeing who's going to emerge as the guy and be consistent enough to stay the guy for a long period of time. So that's really my concerns for the defense, the negatives I have. So let's move on next to the positives. Now let's get into some of the positives of the defense. And there's one big positive that sticks out before all of them. The positives of positives, which I said a lot of positives just in a few seconds. And his name is TJ Watt. TJ Watt is one of the most dominant, one of the most ferocious players, one of the best players. When he's out there, he changed everything for us. Like what Tony Stark said on the Avengers movie,
we have a Hulk.
We have a Watt. You know, when Watt is out there, we win games. The Steelers are 1-10. Let me say it one more time. 1-10 without TJ Watt, which is a crazy stat. You'd think we at least can win through the games without him, but 1-10 without Watt. When Watt does not play, the Steelers don't win. Hopefully that changes in the future, because he ain't gonna be here forever. But it's still a 1-10 without Watt. Watt is a big time piece. You see all the game winning plays he made. Remember against the Seahawks where he ran through 3 defenders, 3 like offensive linemen to get through, and he got there and got the strip sack to win. The strip sack he had against, of course, the Ravens. The big time play he made on the 2-point conversion the Ravens tried to hit on. He got in Lamar Jackson's face and missed the pass up. He made a lot of big time plays for us throughout his tenure. I remember in the playoffs, even though he didn't win a playoff game, I hope he can win one this time. I know it does this year, but I remember in the playoffs against the Chiefs, remember he had the interception against Mahomes. He was making big time plays for us, getting these strip sacks and all this stuff to try to keep us in and try to help us out. You know, he missed the last year playoff against the Bills. I feel like if he played that game, he would have had a big time game as well. But TJ Watt is amazing player, phenomenal player, and he's the biggest plus you have. When he's on the field healthy, you're gonna win. It's always great when you have a pass rusher like that. You know, TJ Watt to the league, of course, the Myles Garrett, Aaron Donald retired, but you see what he does too when he was here, the Rams like that. You have a pass rusher of that magnitude, the Crosbys as well like that, the different guys who can get after the quarterback. hey, you're gonna have a chance, opportunity to win every single time. Another positive I like on our team as well is, of course, Minka Fitzpatrick. He's another guy too as well. If he stay healthy, last year he had some injuries and stuff. He made the Pro Bowl last year, but now the Pro Bowl is more of a popularity contest. But he missed a lot of games last year. If he stay healthy, he's very good too. A 3-time first-team All-Pro, a 4-time Pro Bowler, amazing player. A guy who just basically makes everybody's job in the secondary easier like that. So having a guy like Minka Fitzpatrick is amazing. JPJ is good too as well. And also you look at some of our linebackers in the middle of the field. Last year we had some guys that got injured and stuff. We didn't have enough depth. This year we got more depth coming in. Look at the guy like Cole Holcomb, who should be back probably maybe earlier, like maybe week 4-ish, around when the season starts. I think he's still recovering from the ACL injury. But also you look at Peyton Wilson, the guy we got from the 4th round. He kind of dropped in the draft because the shoulder injury he had and then the knee injury he had as well. But he found a way on our team. I think he'll be a nice linebacker for us, and he also going to be probably utilized mostly in the nickel formation because his ability to get sideline to sideline and his ability to kind of like guard guys as well. He has speed and stuff as well. He might not be the biggest in stature like a linebacker, but I think he'll probably build that weight and build more weight as seasons goes on and progress and stuff. But Peyton Wilson is good. Atlanta Roberts embodies the Steeler, a thumper, getting downhill, bringing the hit, bringing the punishment to opposing teams as well. But the number one thing that we got, which I think is probably the biggest signing we had this past free agency, is Patrick Queen. Patrick Queen was amazing. The All-Pro player, overtime Pro Bowl player on the division opponent team, the Ravens, and we had to deal with them. We played him like a few times, and now he's on our team, and he opens up so much more. Now with him being out there and having these versatile pieces who can get sideline to sideline, who can guard, and he's a guy who can communicate and be a good leader too as well, be the green dot as well, and go out there for our team. It's gonna open up so much more. We can finally get back to that old level of Steelers play, Blitzburg, and send the blitzes in from the slot, blitzes in from the backwards position, and all type of things in like that, and kind of like get back to our old dominating defensive style. Last year we had to play a lot of like conservative style defenses, have to play very often coverage and stuff because we couldn't trust the coverage like that from the linebackers a little bit sometimes, and sometimes from the second cornerback as well. Couldn't trust everything, and the injuries kind of played it as well. But now with the depth we added to our team and the guys we got, I haven't mentioned even the other guy either, Alex Highsmith, who was very good too as well, who played phenomenal last year. Had a lot of big time strip sacks, had a pick 6 last year as well, and made some big time plays. And you look at, of course, Herbig behind him, who made some plays. Golden, who's back on our team now again. He had 4 sacks last year, 7 tackles for losses with the backups of Wyatt and Highsmith. And you look at the middle, Cam Hayward, when he's healthy, he's very phenomenal, amazing player. And you look at Kendall Bennett and all these different guys. So we have a lot of key pieces on our defense that can go out there and just help us win. And one thing about the defense that's a big time stat, last year with all the injuries we had, the defense still only allowed 19 points per game. Now you might look at the passing yards per game and say, oh, they give a lot of yards. They give everybody was going out there and getting all the yards on the Steelers in the pass game and the run game, but the teams didn't score a lot. Still the top 3 team in the 4th quarter points allowed, and also they only allowed 19 points per game with all those injuries. So imagine when the defense is at full health and you add Patrick Queen to that, you add Peyton Wilson to that, you add the different pieces you added in free agency, Deshaun Elliott and all those guys to that defense, and see how the defense is going to be this year. They're going to be a phenomenal defense. I expect us to hold teams to 18 and under and be out there dominating and be top 5 in sacks, top 5 in turnovers. Like last year was top 5 in turnovers even with all the injuries. So the Steelers always did a good job in going out there and installing that. And that's mostly due to course, like the culture of the Steelers team, always having a good defense, and also Coach Tomlin, pride in being like the defense, want their defense setting the tone for games. Of course, nowadays it's different. People want to rely on the offense more to be the driving points for teams, but hey, defenses still win games too. Defenses go out there and make stops and do things too as well. So the Steelers kind of still embody that as their legacy. So this is basically the positives I have for the team, and this is why on a scale of 1 to 10 in confidence, I give the Steelers defense an 8.5 out of 10 because I know I seen them at their worst. When they injure and they banged up, and they still be consistent. And sometimes they might have some stinkers here and there. We had a stinker against the Colts, had a stinker against the Cardinals, went against the 49ers and the Texans and stuff like that. They had a few stinkers in the season, but overall, still find a way to go 10-7. The offense only scores 16 points per game. Our defense allowed only 19 points per game. We still find a way to go 10-7 and make the playoffs as well, which that tells you a lot about our team, about our culture as well. So this year, I'm expecting the offense to be better, and this year I'm also expecting the defense to be even better than what it was the past few years. and to go out there to contend for a championship and for playoff wins and work ourselves to the conference championship and maybe a Super Bowl as well. We'll see what happens. We don't jump the gun too fast. But yeah, this is all I got for the video, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed it. My rating for the Steelers is 8.5, and the confidence for the defense. And for the offense, you've seen it already. I did a 6 for them. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, leave a like and subscribe for more content. And I'll see you guys next time on the channel. Peace out.